Hey everybody, it's Rue Sims here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving y'all a tutorial on how I pose my Sims. I have mentioned how important posing is to me in a few of my past mod reviews, and it's always included in my videos where I go over what mods I absolutely need. Posing is truly just so integral to me. Like, I use it for my thumbnails, I use it to just like take cute pictures of my Sims. So I wanted to create a video that's a full in-depth tutorial on how I pose my Sims. And I also do want to note, because I'm filming this video on the Lovestruck pack release day, if you want to buy the Lovestruck pack or any Sims 4 pack for that matter, I do have a creator code. It's going to be down in the description below. If you use it, I get a small commission. I always greatly appreciate any support if you do choose to use my code. With that, let's hop into the tutorial. First, I want to go over what mods are necessary. Again, these will be linked down below. Two of the main mods are the pose player and the teleporter. So this link is down below, and this is where you can get both. The pose player, it basically, like, when you click on a Sim, you can either pose by a pack or pose by name and access the poses that you have downloaded. And if you just do a search for teleport, you'll get the teleport any Sim mod as well. If, for example, you're doing a pose pack that has more than one Sim, to get them to like overlap, you need to teleport them to the exact same place, and this mod is really useful for that. I also want to note a few other mods that can be used either in place of these or just to like make posing better. MC Command Center can also be used to teleport your Sims to the exact same location, and I'm going to be showing like both of these teleportation methods. I want to mention Wonderful Whims. So Wonderful Whims can also be used to access your poses. Basically need either the pose player or Wonderful or Wicked Whims. You can even see in the screenshot how it works in Wonderful Whims. In the description, you have the ability to use pose player poses and animations, and there's a dynamic positioning interface for adjusting posing Sim. These are all going to be linked down below. You can like mix and match what you want to download. I have all of these. I use all of them for different things, but I will be demonstrating how to use all of them in this tutorial. The last mod I want to go over, again, I mentioned this in my last mod review video. I absolutely love it. I've been using it every time I pose my Sims, is the Searchable Pose Player by Twisted Mexi. This is more like, again, it's not necessary, but it's just so useful when you're posing your Sims. Now, in terms of downloading actual poses, it works the same as any other mod or CC. You can just create a folder in your mods folder called poses, put any pose package file in there, and it'll work. You'll be able to access it. It actually works that Lexi's here because I want to show posing with a Sim outside of the household, so this is perfect. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how to pose. Step 1 is to teleport your Sims to where you want them to be. So let's go over how you can teleport Sims. In the game, if you shift click on any location, it doesn't even have to be on the lot, like it just needs to be accessible. So like if you see the cursor here, it has like a little red cross. That means you can't click there. But as long as it has the walking icon, you can teleport your Sim anywhere. So all you have to do is shift click on a location and click teleport here. You can teleport them that way. Now that we have Ainsley over here, I can actually teleport somebody else directly to her through MC Command Center. So I actually didn't know about this until fairly recently, but it's super helpful, because the thing about the teleport any Sim, that statue mod I told you guys about, you can't use it to teleport people off the lot. Obviously, if you have the tool mod, you can move an object off the lot. I don't have the tool mod anymore. I'm not super familiar with how it works either, but you can do that. Or what's become really useful for me is if I ever want to pose Sims off a lot, I just teleport one Sim the way I just showed you guys, then I use MC Command Center. So what you have to do is click on the Sim, MC Command Center pops up, click Sim Commands, then Teleport Commands, teleport either a Sim or multiple Sims. It just depends on what pose you're doing. I'm just going to teleport one for now, but then you can do somebody on the lot or just somebody on the world. You can teleport by name as well. Let's get Lexi over here. The minute I click her, she teleports to the exact same location. And that's what you need when you're trying to pose Sims, right? Like in a 2-person pose, you need them to be in the exact same location. So you guys see how like useful MC Command Center is, and like you might think, oh, then I don't need the teleport any Sim mod at all. Well, that's not necessarily true, because say that you have a pose that is, for example, on an object. Let's say it's on this couch, right? And like that's just an example. There are many poses that are like on different objects or in an object. And for these types of poses, you will most probably need the teleport any sim mod. So what you have to do once you have the mod is you search teleport and it just pops up in your build by. And the reason you need it is to get them like in the object, because teleporting your sim the in-game way, it won't get your sim exactly where you want them to be for those kinds of poses. So you just have to place the teleporter down. Let's go ahead and teleport a sim here. How about we can use somebody else. Let's use Serena. So now she is literally in the couch, as you guys can see. Now that Serena's here though, we don't have to use the teleport any sim mod again if you don't want to. I mean, like we could have just placed down 2 teleporters, but say you forget and you want to do like a couple's pose on a couch. Now you can teleport somebody directly through her through MC Command Center like I showed you guys. Let's get Kyoshi here, and now they are in the same position. You can mix and match the methods you're using and you should get the same exact results. So now we've covered teleportation methods. Now you guys should know how to get your sims in the location you want them to be. Either for solo poses or couples poses, you can use all of these teleportation methods. Step 2 is pause your game, make sure no sim is walking off. And here is where I'm gonna plug another mod super quickly. This is another mod that I talked about in my recent mods video. It is called Control Any Sim by Titan Nano, and it's really great. I've been using it a lot in my storytelling because it literally just allows you to control any sim. It lets you add a sim to your household temporarily. If you're trying to pose somebody outside of your household and they are just not listening, you might want to grab this mod just to help you out. Now step 3 is doing the actual pose. I'm going to show you guys both methods. First we'll do it through the pose player. So I'm going to click on Ainsley and then navigate through the menu until I find pose by pack. This is where literally every single pose I have downloaded is located. I don't really scroll through the poses anymore now that the searchable pose mod exists. Since I'm trying to just do like a cute little friend pose, maybe I'll search friend and a bunch of them are coming up, or maybe I'll search bestie because I have like a besties pose pack, a few of them. So let's say I want to pose my sim in this pack. All I have to do is click on it. I get all the different poses, and now we have like A1, B1, A2, B2. So it would be sim A, sim B for each pose basically. I'm just gonna say Ainsley's gonna be sim A. It's just completely arbitrary, my choice. And then I can just like queue up a bunch of the A poses. As you guys can see, they're populating in her action queue. You can also utilize the all-in-one poses if you want. Now I'm gonna X out of this. Now when I click on Lexi, I have to do the exact same thing, hit pose by pack, search for besties, and now I can do B1, B2, B3, B4, and B5. Now, for the purposes of the tutorial, I'm not controlling her, but if I wanted to control her, all I'd have to do through the Control Any Sim mod is go to Actions and hit Control Sim. Now, when I unpause, they immediately snap into the pose that I selected. I can like take screenshots from any angle I want. Also, there are a lot of poses that involve animals, so like you can do the same teleportation thing with dogs and cats and horses. As you guys saw, I queued up a whole bunch of the poses for both of them. And even if I hadn't queued up any more poses and I just wanted the one pose, the next step in the tutorial is to stop their pose. Now when I stop her from posing, she will jump to the next one, but if I hadn't queued anything up, she would just stop posing. So there's 2 ways to stop your sims from posing with this method. The first way is to literally just click on the action in the queue. It works just like any other action in the Sims. They'll just stop doing that action and go to the next one. So that is one way, and if I unpause, you see that she moves, but Lexi didn't. So to stop a sim that you don't control from posing, all you have to do is click on them and hit stop posing. It's super simple. Now when I unpause, she also jumps to the next one and we have the right pose going on. So that is how you pose with the pose player. I'll cycle through one more just to show you guys one more time. There you go. That's such a cute pose. I love that. But that is how you would pose with the pose player. Now, I'm really surprised neither of them walked off, but I want to show you guys how to pose through Wonderful Whims as well, or Wicked Whims. I think both of them work the same. I personally don't have Wicked Whims. I use Wonderful Whims. I'm pretty sure they both work the exact same in terms of posing. So when I click on Serena, I have the Wonderful option, and then I can click Pose. It's a very similar UI to Pose Player. It's literally just like, it's showing us all the pose packages. This is the one I want to pose them in because it is like a couch pose and it's 2 Sims, so it'll work out. So when I click on it, let's say I want her to be Sim B in this pose pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and click this. And then for Kiyoshi, when I click on him and click Wonderful Pose, it immediately goes to the same pose package. Like, I don't have to navigate to the pose package the way I did in the other method. I had to like search for it again and then click on it again. Here, because it recognizes that Serena's doing that pose package, it's putting us directly in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click 1A for him. If I unpause, they disappear. Yeah, I knew they disappeared and reappeared. Now they are posed in this position. Now to stop the pose, I can always hit stop pose, or I can, again, just X out of this and she'll disappear and reappear. Now, she did like glitch out of the couch when I just stopped her pose, but that actually works for me because I want to show you guys the other thing you can do here, which is to like position your Sims, and it's really cool. So let's get her back in that pose. Again, it jumped right back into the package. Let's get her in pose 1B. And now you guys see how she's like kind of out because she wasn't where it was meant to be, but it's no problem. It's not like I have to redo it. All I have to do is click Wonderful, do enable positioning, and now this little like UI pops up where you can literally move the Sim to where you want them to go. Here, I just need to move her probably like to there, and she is in the perfect location now. For this little UI, you can change up how much they're moving to the sides, how much they're like rotating. Like, you can customize it as much as you want. You can reset it to where it started, and then to get rid of the UI, all you have to do is click this little pink thing and disable it. I find that super useful. It's a really cool part of the Wicked or the Wonderful Whims posing UI. Another thing I really like is that if you navigate back into the posing UI, the one that she's currently doing is highlighted, which I think is really cool. So even though you can't like queue them up the way that you can in the pose player, you know exactly which one she's on. So let's go ahead and do number 3, and we'll get Kiyoshi in that as well. We'll put him in 3A, unpause, and they go straight into it. Like, you don't have to click out of the action or anything the way that you do in Pose Player. So again, 2 different methods for posing and positioning, and both of them work really great, just depending on what mods you want to download and how you want to do it. So that is all for my tutorial for how I pose my Sims. But before I end this video, I do want to share some of my favorite pose creators that I download poses from all the time. The first creator I want to share is Ratboy Sims. Ratboy Sims has really great, kind of like a mixed bag of poses, you know, like couples poses, family poses, just like cute story poses. For my storylines, I really like to do some realistic poses. For example, like having skate poses like this that are really realistic, and I could use to say, oh, my Sims went on a date to go skating. I really love that. I love like realistic selfie poses. I love family poses. So I highly recommend Ratboy Sims. The next creator I want to share is Little Almond Sim. I primarily come to Little Almond Sim for family poses like these ones. They have some really cute pregnancy pictures, some cute pictures with Sims and their babies, some cute couples pictures as well. Y'all know I'm a family simmer. Like, I love playing with my families. I love realism like this. Having these kinds of cute little moments with my Sims that I can take pictures of is just like, I absolutely love it. Next, I want to share Simmerine. Simmerine has really adorable romantic and like couples poses. Absolutely love like the romantic cute pictures, but they have other stuff as well, just other like storytelling pictures too. I just think these are super well made, and if you're looking for realistic poses, definitely check out Simmerine. The last pose creator I want to highlight in this video is Catverse. Catverse has amazing story poses and model poses as well. And I use both of them. For example, this one in my healing era, I think it's so freaking cute. Journaling, reading a book, going for a jog. As a storyteller, having these poses to add a little something extra into my storytelling, it's invaluable to me. So I love Catverse's story poses. I highly recommend checking them out. With that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here. I really hope it was helpful if y'all are just getting into posing, if you're even starting a YouTube channel or something. I think this is a really great way to like take thumbnail pictures and stuff like that. I think posing my Sims has been just like so invaluable to me in enjoying my game and getting super involved in my characters' lives. So I highly recommend doing that, and I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it. I have a new video out every week. Also, do comment any thoughts or ideas or opinions you have down below. If you are buying a Sims 4 pack and would like to support me, do consider using my code and consider joining the channel as a member if you want some access to special perks. And with that, I will see you later. Bye, guys.
Calling to see if you're free.